Good Tuesday morning. Hope everyone had a fantastic Monday. Unfortunately, we still have the threat of lightning fires for today in our mountain ranges. Then for tomorrow, that's going to shift to the Cascades in all lower elevations, including Yakima, the Tri-Cities, Hermiston, Walla Walla. And then for Thursday, that's going to shift back up to the Cascades. So, a lot of moving parts over the next handful of days. For this morning, we are tracking some very light rainfall for our lower elevations. If any of this is making it down to the ground, it is very light stuff. Temperatures, an interesting spread of temperatures this morning. 62 in Ellensburg, 78 in Walla Walla, 60s and 70s in the mountains, so very mild / warm out there. Here's your day planner forecast for today for our lower elevations. Again, the best chances of rainfall likely going to be in the morning. After that, should be dry, partly to mostly cloudy, quite hazy up in the skies as well. Quite toasty on top of that, as we'll be around 100 for today, a little bit cooler for Wednesday and beyond. And again, that potential for lightning fires Tuesday through Thursday, perhaps more active weather as we head into this weekend. Lots to talk about on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, a terrifying incident in Kittitas County as deputies say a man sprayed lighter fluid at a detective trying to set him on fire. Through the shocking details coming up. And troopers calling it the deadliest intersection on Highway 395 as another life is lost. We have what's being done to make things safer. Also ahead, a special delivery for Kennewick firefighters. One call turned into a life-changing moment for a local family. With the heartfelt story, all on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. It is Tuesday, August 26th. Jade has the day off. Now we do want to start with your top stories, and we start with a crime alert out of Kittitas County. Deputies say a man sprayed lighter fluid on a detective and tried to set him on fire. So take a look at your screen. Authorities say the detective was on a routine patrol Sunday night around 10 o'clock when he confronted a wanted man on State Route 821. The detective says he was trying to talk the man out of his vehicle. That's when the suspect sprayed lighter fluid in his face and threw a burning object at him. The man took off, leading deputies on a chase that ended just south of Ellensburg after troopers deployed a spike strip, and the suspect was arrested and booked and is now facing charges of attempted murder and also running from police. Following up now on a story that we first brought to you yesterday morning, troopers say 76-year-old Mark Wallum of Vancouver, Washington was killed on Sunday, and that's when the car he was riding in pulled into the path of oncoming traffic. Now, it's a familiar and tragic scene at the intersection of US 395 and Crestlock Road. It's the third deadly crash at that intersection in less than 2 years. 5 lives have been lost there in that time frame. And now investigators and transportation officials say changes may finally be on the horizon. Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen explains why this area has been a concern for years and also what can be done to increase safety and decrease tragedy.
It's a familiar and tragic scene at the intersection of US 395 and Crestlock Road. Troopers say 76-year-old Mark Wallum of Vancouver was killed Sunday when the car he was riding in pulled into the path of northbound traffic.
In the last 5 years, we've had 5 fatality collisions at that intersection.
Sunday's crash is the third fatal crash at Crestlock Road in less than 2 years. In those 3 crashes alone, 5 people have died. Washington State Patrol Trooper Daniel Mosqueda says that intersection is the deadliest on that stretch of highway. Investigators say everyone was buckled up and drugs or alcohol were not involved. The Washington State Department of Transportation says it is aware of the intersection and has been for a while.
We're considering a number of options. The flashing beacons would be a possibility. The benefit of the flashing beacons is for travelers on the main line on the highway to alert travelers on the side street.
WashDOT previously added acceleration lanes along the stretch of 395. But with high speeds and heavy traffic near the Country Mercantile, officials say more may be needed. WashDOT is currently reviewing what can be done.
Roundabouts certainly would be a good option at this intersection. However, it's not in the books, it's not funded. That would be up for the legislator to decide if they think that that would be a good alternative for that intersection and supply the funding.
For now, troopers are reminding drivers to slow down and take extra caution at Crestlock Road until longer-term fixes are made. Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Dan. Now, WashDOT says there's no timeline yet for potential changes at the Crestlock intersection, but engineers will continue to study what can be done to reduce deadly crashes along that stretch of highway. Turning now to Kennewick, construction crews are hard at work as Tri-Cities Chaplaincy prepares for a special milestone at the region's only hospice house. Renovations began back in June at the 10-bed facility, which has served families in Benton and Franklin counties for almost 30 years. The updates will modernize the space while preserving its legacy of care, adding on 900 square feet of space. And on Friday, the chaplaincy is inviting the community inside for Blessings Day. Visitors will be able to tour the hospice house mid-renovation and even leave their mark by writing messages. They can write blessings or cherished memories directly on the exposed studs and beams.
We want to honor that legacy and history of the house to carry us into the next generation. And we at Chaplaincy like to think that the reason that our house has been such a pillar in the community and such a source of hope and peace is that because of those blessings.
The Blessings Day tradition will also honor the original volunteers who built the hospice house nearly 3 decades ago, many of whom signed their names and left personal notes on the very same beams. Blessings Day is again this Friday, that's August 29th from 3 to 5 p.m. It'll be at the hospice house and the event is free and open to the public. Construction is set to be done in December with the opening scheduled for January of next year. Making a difference now in a big way, so Kennewick firefighters from Station 2 helped welcome a new life into the world. Crews were called to help a mother in labor, but there wasn't enough time to make it to the hospital. So instead, her baby was born in the back of their ambulance, and firefighters say it's a scenario they train for, but it doesn't happen very often. Mom and baby are both reportedly doing well, and the crew says it's a delivery that they'll never forget. Great people doing great things. Love to see it. All right, looking at community events now. This week, Walla Walla is celebrating the region's heritage with one of its biggest events of the year. That's the Walla Walla Fair and Frontier Days. It begins tomorrow and runs through the 31st. The festivities kick off at 7 p.m. with the performance by Foreigner. That'll be joined by the Wahai Chamber Singers for the classic ballad, I Want to Know What Love Is. And each night of the fair will highlight a different theme, including Rodeo Legends Night on Saturday, Patriots Night on Sunday, and attendees can also enjoy a demolition derby, the PRCA rodeo, and the annual parade. So tickets are available online, by phone, or even at the fairgrounds. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, Southwest Airlines is making changes to their policies regarding plus-size flyers. With the details in just a few minutes. Also, Cracker Barrel is facing major backlash after unveiling the new logo. With the company's response after the break. But first, our Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your first alert weather forecast. Keep it here. We'll be right back in just a few minutes.
At Smoke City for Less, we understand every smoker is unique. Explore our over 1,500 vape flavors and specialty curated selection of tobacco products. Your perfect flavor and blend awaits at any of Smoke City for Less 6 locations. Save your pennies. Smoke City for Less has the lowest prices. Find the best vape mods, batteries, kratom, and specialty products too. Our knowledgeable staff is always on hand to provide personalized recommendations. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
Legacy lives in the people who've made this place home. For decades, Hapo and Community First Bank have been part of that legacy. Different names, same mission, invested in every relationship. We're coming together to keep building what matters. Because legacy doesn't end. It lives on in every loan, every dream, every member helped.
Hi, welcome to Hapo. Imagine a night where the sound takes over and the beat stays with you. The Hallucination takes the stage at Wild Horse Resort and Casino on September 20th. This dynamic duo fuses indigenous music with dubstep, hip-hop, drums, and bass. Get ready for an electrifying live show, open to ages 15 and up. More than a show, it's a ceremony of sounds featured in Coachella, major films, Fortnite, and more. Tickets are on sale now at wildhorseresort.com or on the app.
For the first time ever, Pasco RV and Boat Super Sale is coming to the Heppo Center. Make the most of what's left of camping and boating season. Save thousands on a huge selection of new and used RVs and boats. Travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, motorhomes, pontoon boats, parts, accessories, and more. Every category, every price point, all on sale. Zero down and no payments for 90 days. On approved credit. One location. Massive savings at the Heppo Center in Pasco. Learn more at BrettsRV.com.
Why do patients and families immediately think of Good Shepherd? They trust our knowledge and expertise. They value the compassionate care we provide. They feel like they are being taken care of by family. From our renowned doctors and top-of-the-line technology to our state-of-the-art facilities, Good Shepherd Healthcare System. Patients first, always.
An old ranch, a trail, and a waterfall. Apple Valley News Now, tonight at 6.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is a first alert weather day because of the lightning fire potential that we'll have up in the mountains. But for lower elevations, it's going to be quite toasty for today. An extreme heat warning. And then also we have a heat advisory in place. This runs until 9 p.m. this evening. We'll touch on the heat in just a second. But first for today, partly to mostly cloudy skies. Also pretty hazy up there. Although for this morning, we're just seeing moderate reductions to air quality. Nothing too significant. Yeah, back to the temperatures though. It will be toasty, roasty, toasty out there. It'll be around 100 degrees in the Tri-Cities. Wind gusts not going to be that big of a factor for today. And in terms of our precip chances, about 10 to 20% chances of thunder and lightning in both the Cascades and the Blues. For points in between, little shower chances, but I think that the lightning potential is going to be pretty limited. Then for tonight, still partly to mostly cloudy skies. Overnight low is going to be down into the 60s and 70s for lower elevations, 50s and 60s in the mountains. Wind gusts not going to be anything too fantastic for tonight. And in terms of precip chances for tonight, you see maybe a few more thunderstorms trying to sneak down into the Yakima Valley and perhaps into the Bluefoot Hills as well. Then for tomorrow, much more widespread chances for thunderstorms, although you can see it's not going to be like 60-70% for any given location. They're mostly going to span from about 20 to 40%, and just about the same thing for Wednesday night. So I'll time all this out with Futurecast. Also, I'll show you what's in store for Thursday. It could be more of the same. So that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Taking a look at your business headlines this morning. First up, Southwest Airlines is changing its seating policy for plus-size passengers. Starting January 27th, passengers who take up space in the neighboring seat will have to buy an extra ticket, and it might not be refunded. The current rules allow flyers to buy an extra seat ahead of time and get refunded later, or request an extra seat at no charge at the airport. But those options made Southwest popular with many plus-size passengers. But the new rules mean the second seat will be non-refundable unless the flight departs with at least one open seat, and both seats are purchased within the same fare class. And the company behind Dr. Pepper, 7-Up, and Keurig Coffee is set to split into a soft drinks company and also a coffee group. That's according to a joint statement published yesterday. Keurig Dr. Pepper will acquire JDE Peet's, whose brands include Douay Egberts, Kenco, and Peet's Coffee. It's an $18 billion deal, and once the transaction is complete, two businesses will be created. That's a beverage company and a global coffee company. And Cracker Barrel is responding to all the backlash over its redesigned logo. The restaurant chain unveiled a new minimalist logo last week that dropped the barrel and the old-timer that many believe is supposed to be the uncle of the chain's founder. So a wave of outrage followed, and the company's stock nosedived more than 12% in a single day. Cracker Barrel posted a response on its website yesterday, and it said the backlash shows them that they could have done a better job sharing who they are and will always be. And it said the old-timer Uncle Herschel will still be found on the menu, also on road signs and in the country store, and they better keep him there. Now, in more business news, luxury handbag and luggage maker Louis Vuitton is branching out. So yesterday, the company announced its first cosmetics collection is set to debut. It's called La Beaute, and the collection will feature lipsticks, lip balms, and eyeshadows. In testing of the products earlier this year, some customers liked the look of the products, but others said they were too pricey. And if you want a lipstick, it'll cost you at least $160. That's about double the price of some other high-quality lipsticks. And the cosmetic products will be available at some of its stores and the company's website starting this Friday. Sounds a little too pricey for my taste. All right, keep it here because coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, Josh Colbreth is back with how your weather is looking. It is a First Alert Weather Day, and he'll have more details on that right after the break.
David, did you remember to get me an anniversary present?
Anniversary? Of course! It's Mattress Depot USA's anniversary sale.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Get ready for adventure with the fun and rugged 2025 Ford Bronco Outer Banks from Price Ford of Yakima Valley. Nob Hill Casino's biggest prize ever. Want to drive it home? Just enter daily at Nob Hill Casino now through Wednesday, October 8th for your chance to win. While you're here, enjoy our 16-lane bowling center, mouth-watering cheeseburgers at the Last Frontier restaurant, cold drinks at the bar, and try your luck with pull tabs and table game action.
We invite you to come visit us at Price Ford of Yakima Valley and Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Hold on tight. Walla Walla Fair and Frontier Days is back August 27th through the 31st. And the rodeo is coming in hotter than ever. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Get ready for the heart-pounding action, fearless cowboys and cowgirls, and edge-of-your-seat excitement as the biggest rodeo round takes over the fairgrounds. Food, fun, and thrills. Walla Walla's biggest tradition is coming in hotter than ever. Get your tickets now at WallaWallaFairgrounds.com.
Since 1983, Nissan has been assembling award-winning vehicles for you, right here in America. And we're committed to keeping our lineup affordable and free from new tariffs. That's why we've lowered MSRP on our best-selling Rogue and Pathfinder. So you can get the car you want, at the price you want, knowing Nissan is here for you at the Nissan Summer Sales Event.
Now get 0% APR financing for 60 months on the 2025 Nissan Rogue or Pathfinder.
Let a Mattress Depot USA sleep specialist put you on the mattress that matches your sleeping habits.
Stop by today. You'll sleep better tonight.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
A flight over a former ranch, now a park in the Scablands of eastern Washington.
Cliffs of basalt tower up.
And the payoff's a beautiful waterfall.
There are 3 of them. The creek splits, forming an island.
Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
It's time to play. That is right. Incorrect. Wrong, Mark.
Me, you'll win this.
Right. Even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Live with Kelly and Mark today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now. Judy Justice.
And I'm just getting started.
Today at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is indeed a First Alert Weather Day, as we'll have the potential for lightning fires in the mountains. We'll touch on that in a second, but first for today, yeah, it's going to be pretty hot out there, around 100 degrees in the Tri-Cities, about 10 to 15 degrees hotter than normal for this time of the year. With vegetation baking in the sun, we're going to be significantly dry in the Cascades and critically dry in the northern Blues. Remember that when I show you this? Time all this out with Futurecast. You see by lunchtime still mostly just some light showers on the map. Then around the hottest part of the day, 4, 5, 6 p.m., that's going to be your best shot at seeing some thunderstorms in the Cascades. The Futurecast is not as keen on that idea for the Blues, but then as we head into the evening, looks like we'll temporarily dry it out, but then we'll see a resurgence of some showers and perhaps some thunderstorms. Now, keep in mind, we're not going to be able to squeeze much rainfall out of this at all, which is kind of a big bummer. So for today, given that we have the chance for lightning over critically or significantly dry vegetation, It is going to be a first alert weather day. Now we'll move on to Wednesday. Hey, here's the good news for Wednesday. Going to be much cooler, 80s and 90s for lower elevations. Here's the bad news. Still going to be significantly dry in the Cascades and critically dry for lower elevations. So now we put this into motion with Futurecast once again. 4 in the morning, showers and thunderstorms really across the entirety of the map, and it's just going to be that way throughout the course of the day, kind of splatter paint on Futurecast, but we'll have these chances just sort of continuing throughout the span of the day, and giving that we could have lightning over critically or significantly dry vegetation. Once again, it's going to be a first alert weather day, as we'll have that possibility of lightning fires in the Cascades and for lower elevations. Now let's talk about Thursday. Once again, bit of good news. Still in that 80 to 90 degree range for lower elevations, but vegetation dryness still critical up in the Cascades and upper Yakima Basin. Factor in some of those thunderstorm chances, and you get the same thing, the potential for lightning fires in the Cascades, so another first alert weather day. We'll dry it out for Friday. Another round of showers and thunderstorms possible into Saturday and Sunday, and high temperatures overall going down, but some ebbs and some flows, and will overall be hotter than normal for this time of the year. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. A small shower chance this morning, mostly dry through Friday, then maybe another shower on Saturday. In Yakima, the chance for lightning fires on Wednesday, maybe a leftover thunderstorm on Thursday, and maybe another shower on Saturday. In Ellensburg, also the chance for lightning fires tomorrow, less so on Thursday, then another round of showers and thunderstorms possible this weekend. In Hermiston, small shower chances today and tomorrow, dry Thursday and Friday, then maybe a small rain chance Saturday. Finally, for Walla Walla, the chance for lightning fires Wednesday, a leftover storm possible Thursday, then another chance of a shower this weekend.
So it sounds like we're in for some tricky weather this week.
Yes.
But we're not the only ones. Check this video out. So this massive dust storm swept through parts of Arizona just yesterday.
That's right. The giant wall of dust, also known as a haboob, is visible in the distance and quickly engulfs the neighborhood just as rain begins to fall, blocking out the sun with dust.
And we talked about it last hour, but walking out and seeing that, I think it'd be kind of cool, but mostly scary. I would just walk right back in and go to sleep and pretend it was a dream.
Yeah, and we get those around these parts. US 395, kind of notorious for being a blowing dust area. Ooh. And I think it was last fall, we had a cold front that moved through, caused a big haboob, I think up in the Spokane Valley, if I remember correctly. But yeah, those do happen around here, especially during the transitional seasons.
I'm going to use that word now from now on, anytime I see something like that. It's just a word that no one knows, yeah.
Haboob.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, keep it here, because coming up in your entertainment news, court is in session in Hollywood as 2 major celebrities are facing major charges. We have a look inside the courtroom of Cardi B and also Lil Nas X. It's all after the break.
For 25 years, you've made Triple Play more than just a place to play. You've turned it into a place where memories are made. We want to thank our amazing guests and community. From birthday parties to company outings and spontaneous weekend adventures, your memories are what make Triple Play special. Here's to 25 years of fun and many more to come. Thank you for being part of our story.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
My name is Lauren Martin. I started to work out at Hanford in 1982, and for 20 years I worked with the fleet, repairing cranes, locomotives, cars, ambulances, fire trucks, everything. After 20 years, then I came down with a disease. There are some very, very expensive drugs, and my copay on that is $0. All I have to do is pick up the phone and it's there.
So we'll definitely evaluate their past employment. As a registered nurse myself, I'll look through their medical records and I'll look to see maybe what medical conditions they have, and we'll be very upfront with them, honest about whether they do have a claim that could warrant benefits or not, and just kind of let them know what those next steps are, the timeline of how long it could take for them to get approved.
Workers and the families of deceased workers who worked at the Hanford site are now eligible for compensation for diseases and illnesses. This may be in addition to compensation already being received. Smart Law will be hosting a Hanford Workers' Compensation educational dinner at their Kennewick office Thursday, September 18th at 6 p.m. To register, call 509-735-5555. Dinner provided. Smart Law, smart choice.
Feel the electricity this summer with a new Honda. Let a great deal take you further. Whether you choose an electric Honda or a hybrid. From the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get at 4.99% APR on a 2025 Civic Hybrid sedan.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Looking at your entertainment headlines, Cardi B's civil trial is currently underway in Los Angeles. So a security guard who worked at a medical building in Beverly Hills has sued Cardi. Imani Ellis is claiming the rapper assaulted her in 2018. Ellis says she was doing her rounds inside the building when she spotted Cardi entering an OBGYN's office.
Cardi says Ellis tried recording her. Ellis claims Cardi violently attacked her and then got her fired from her job. But Cardi says Ellis was the aggressor in the confrontation. Cardi's lawyers say they plan on calling a witness to the stand.
And staying in Hollywood's courtroom, Lil Nas X pleaded not guilty in a California court yesterday. The 26-year-old Atlanta native, whose birth name is Montero Hill, he was arrested last week while walking around LA in his underwear.
He's been charged with battery against a police officer and resisting arrest. Hill's bail was set at $75,000.
And the Princess of Wales is looking a little lighter these days, at least as far as her hair goes. Princess Catherine was spotted with noticeably blonde hair on Sunday.
The 43-year-old was photographed in the passenger seat of a Range Rover with her husband, Prince William, driving. Their children were in the back. Kate debuted her new do at church with her family in Scotland.
My first thought was, they drive cars?
Yeah, that's the most shocking part of that story.
And finally, we remember the legacy left behind by actor Jerry Adler. He's known for his role in The Sopranos. He died on Saturday at the age of 96.
Adler found success as an actor later in life, having spent much of his entertainment career behind the scenes on Broadway in New York. He worked on dozens of Broadway shows as a theater hand, stage manager, director, and producer.
Adler also worked on soap operas for about a decade before pivoting to acting. At 62, his role in the 1992 film The Public Eye with Joe Pesci earned him acting acclaim.
Adler went on to take other roles, but perhaps was best known for his work on all 6 seasons of The Sopranos, where he played Demio crime family associate Herman Hesh Rabkin. And I think I may have mispronounced some of those names, and my mom would be really upset at me because she is a huge Sopranos fan. She has the whole box set.
Don't let her see it.
She's maybe sleeping in this morning.
All right, keep it here, because coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, more people than ever are flying out of the Tri-Cities. We have why 2025 could set a new record at the Pasco Airport. Plus, a dramatic rescue in Prosser, a deer trapped in a canal, and a deputy with some impressive roping skills. We'll show you how it all plays out in your next half hour.
Tuesdays are my favorite day of the week because the single Papa Burger combos are just $5.99. And I wait all week for this.
And so do I.
And that's why I always get 2.
The Tuesday special at A&W.
For the first time ever, Pasco RV and Boat Super Sale is coming to the Hippo Center. Make the most of what's left of camping and boating season. Save thousands on a huge selection of new and used RVs and boats. Travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, motorhomes, pontoon boats, parts, accessories, and more. Every category, every price point, all on sale. 0 down and no payments for 90 days. On approved credit, one location. Massive savings at the Hippo Center in Pasco. Learn more at brettsrv.com.
When uncertainty falls upon your freedom, you need an unwavering champion. We're dedicated to not just tipping the scales in your favor, but also delivering an unwavering and relentless defense. With over 5 decades of experience, we'll fiercely defend your freedom and secure the most favorable outcome. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
Form or function? Should we push the timeline? Will it hold? Should we outsource? What do you think?
Do you engineer it to work? Or design it to move? Give them what they want.
It needs to be taller, faster.
Even cheaper. Or take things to new places. You've got to build the right team. No, that's the one. Revise it, redo it, develop it. Keep pushing until it's right.
Introducing the business card that gives back all you put in. The new Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business.
Board-certified gastroenterologist Dr. Amber Sharon is now seeing patients at Prosser Digestive Health Center. Dr. Sharon provides upper endoscopy, colonoscopy, and specializes in women's digestive health. Get expert, compassionate care close to home. Call Prosser Digestive Health Center at 509-786-5599 to schedule, or learn more at prosserhealth.org. Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
Right now at US Cellular, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90.
Hey, we're tired of having the wool pulled over our eyes with these hidden requirements. What aren't we seeing?
Yeah. Do we get our choice of free phones?
Yep, you get the latest phones.
I bet we have to trade in our old phones, though.
Nope, sure don't.
Wow.
High five. Almost. Higher. Yes. Nope.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in. And we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, built for us.
It's hump day, and you know what that means. Hello Country Fried Steak. Get a delicious meal for just $5.99 to make your Wednesday feel like the weekend. Yes, Wednesdays only, Country Fried Steak is just $5.99. Happy hump day from KFC.
The 3-Degree Guarantee, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Josh Colbert. It is Tuesday, August 26th already.
Time has flown by, summer's flown by, but we're still seeing summer-like temperatures.
Yeah, you won't be able to tell the difference once you walk outside today. It will be pretty close to 100 degrees, so patience.
I'm ready for Fallelujah.
Yeah, it'll be here before you know it,
yeah.
And then before you know it, it's going to be like winter storm.
Yeah, then it's like, okay, pause. Let's rewind.
Yeah. So for today, in fact, actually, let's rewind to yesterday. 3-Degree Guarantee.
Oh, yeah.
Sponsored by good friends at the Legends Casino
Look
and
at
Hotel.
that, we're on the up and up.
Yes, went with forecast high of 99. I was sweating it a little bit, but it verified at 97. So the jackpot. Yes, sweating because of the heat as well. A little bit of a double entendre. So jackpot went up to $150 for today. Since I got it right with 99 yesterday, might as well go with 99 once again for today. So if it verifies between 96 to 102, the jackpot's going to hit $175. If that doesn't happen, the jackpot could be yours. Find out how to win the jackpot by going to applevalleyNewsNow.com, clicking on the contest page. You can scan the QR code that's on your screen. Okay, today is a first alert weather day for the potential of lightning fires in both the Cascades and the Blues. For tomorrow, we'll have the potential for lightning fires in the Cascades in all lower elevations, including in the Tri-Cities in Yakima and Hermiston and Walla Walla. And then for Thursday, that potential is going to go back up into the Cascades. So a lot of ebbs and flows in the forecast over the next handful of days, but wildfire safety should be at the top of mind. Be sure to prepare your home, create that defensible space, have an evacuation plan, stay informed, especially with your favorites at applevalleyNewsNow.com, and pack a go bag specifically if you're placed under a level 2 evacuation. This morning, just some very light showers for lower elevations. If any of this is actually making it down to the ground, it is very light rainfall. Temperatures this morning, 60s and 70s across the map. We were sitting at 80 earlier this morning in Walla Walla. Your hour-by-hour forecast for today for the Tri-Cities, our best chances of rainfall are going to be before 10 a.m. After that, should be dry, partly to mostly cloudy, quite hazy out there, and highs, in spite of all that, still up around 100 degrees. I'll take you on that zone-by-zone tour of today's Toasty Tuesday forecast and a look at what all the smoke and haze is up to. So that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Now we begin your 6:30 half hour of news in Pasco, where passenger counts at the Tri-Cities Airport continue to climb. And we're learning that 2025 could be a record-breaking year. The PSC airport has already recorded more than 282,000 enplanements from the start of the year through July. That's 8% higher than the same time last year. An enplanement means someone boarded a flight here, so it doesn't count arrivals. Now, if the trend holds, more than 516,000 passengers will board flights in Pasco before the end of the year, and that would be the first time the airport passed 500,000 passengers in a single year. Turning now to environment news, farmers across the Yakima Valley are facing a shorter growing season this year, and that's hitting some of the region's biggest crops. According to Rosa Irrigation District officials, the season normally lasts into late October, but this year it's wrapping up nearly a month earlier. Late harvest crops like apples, grapes, and hops rely on irrigation as long as possible. Without it, the fruit stays small, quality drops, and growers risk losing money. Drought stress can even cause trees to pull water from their fruit, stopping the growth altogether.
Roughly 3/4 of the hop crop in this country is grown in the Yakima Valley, and about 25% of that's grown on the Rosa.
District officials say they're doing everything they can to support growers through the shorter season. And as drought continues in the Yakima Basin, one irrigation district is turning to a water bank to help farms and communities make it through. The Sela-Moxie Irrigation District manages about 10,000 irrigated acres. In 2021, it launched a water bank with about 9,000 acre-feet of conserved water. That water is now leased to growers, other districts, and even communities across the basin. Officials say demand has grown sharply as the drought stretches into a third year. 6:35, check this out now. Deputies in Prosser were called out yesterday for a deer in distress. So take a look at this video. The doe had fallen into a canal and was struggling to keep its head above water. Body camera video shows Deputy Forsberg working to pull the animal to safety. His camera did slip off during the rescue, but another deputy arrived and captured video moments after the deer made it out of the water. Officials say the doe was very tired, but otherwise okay. I love to see it. Thank you for saving Bambi. All right, keep it here because coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, we've got the latest winner of our Volunteers Count contest. We'll meet Jo Haberstock with the Columbia Basin's ASQ organization. More on her after the break.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law.
For over 4 decades, the art of fine catering has been perfected by CG Catering in Kennewick. Well known for their luxurious bites, lavish delights, and precision in every portion, CG Catering will grace any event from groups of 10 to 3,000. Meticulous menus with seamless service for all occasions is their tradition. From remote locations to their local event center, repeat clients provide ongoing rave reviews as a testament to the unforgettable memories they have inspired. Call CG Catering for your next celebration.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino, your premier gaming destination. Experience the thrill of a Vegas-style casino featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and unlock exclusive rewards every time you play. Challenge your skills at our 16-lane bowling alley. Unwind with a drink at our cozy bar, or enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the Last Frontier. The ultimate entertainment experience has something for everyone. Nob Hill Casino, where locals come to win.
From cookouts to cleanup, let Fred's Appliance help you tackle Labor Day. Get truckload savings on all Bosch appliances. Whether you need to upgrade your kitchen or laundry room, Fred's Appliance has the Bosch you need. Explore in-stock, get it today inventory. Like this Bosch refrigerator. Save $1,000 while they last. Swing in today to save big and get exclusive in-store rebates. Fred's Appliance. We sell appliances, only appliances.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
At Bruce Heating and Air, our technicians are not incentivized by commissions or to find problems. We only look for solutions to keep you cool. Now through September 30th, receive rebates up to $1,650 off on a new Daikin Fit system.
$7,500 federal tax credit for eligible electric vehicles is ending. Must take delivery by September 30th, 2025. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
A flight over a former ranch, now a park in the Scablands of eastern Washington.
Cliffs of basalt tower up.
And the payoff's a beautiful waterfall.
There are 3 of them. The creek splits, forming an island.
Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
Every morning, count on Kelly and Mark to bring the laughs.
Why did the apple pie cry? Its peelings were hurt.
Next live, Pamela Anderson plus Sterling K. Brown.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is a first alert weather day because of the lightning potential and the fire potential up in the mountains. Now, points in between, we're mostly going to do without thunderstorms, but still some chances of rainfall. Already seeing that for this morning. So your coat cast for today for the Tri-Cities before 10 a.m. Perhaps you would need the rain jacket. It's going to be very light rainfall if it comes to fruition. And then after that, all t-shirt weather. We're going to be about 10 to 15 degrees hotter than normal for this time of the year. So that means mid-90s in the Kittitas Valley. In the Yakima Valley, we're going to end up in the mid to upper 90s. Then in the lower Columbia Basin, right around 100 degrees. Wind gusts not going to be that big of a factor for today. And then for the foothills, low to mid 90s in the Morrow County foothills, going to be in the mid to upper 90s for the foothills of Umatilla and Walla Walla counties, and then 80s for the highest terrain of the Blue Mountains. Also could track some thunderstorms both here and in the Cascades. So that's where we're going to have the best chances of seeing lightning fires. Okay. Now let's talk about the smoke and the haze, because we'll have quite a bit of it over the next couple days. No rhyme intended. And so let's put this into motion with Futurecast upper level wildfire smoke. We are nestled in between a fire burning in Idaho and a large fire burning in Oregon. So we're getting sort of the combination of both of those smoke plumes, at least in the highest levels of our atmosphere. So that is just going to hang around here for today and tomorrow. So you'll notice it up in the skies, but thankfully we're not anticipating any significant reductions to air quality. And we will have the potential for additional fire starts over the next handful of days because of the potential for lightning. More on that in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Now, making a difference this morning, it's now time to introduce to you our latest winner for our Volunteers Count contest. We're introducing you to Jo Haberstock. She's a volunteer with the Columbia Basin's American Society for Quality. She was nominated by Robert Boykin, and I got to surprise her with some money. Take a look.
Well, surprise, Jo. This is all actually for you. Okay. You come right over here.
Okay, I'm surprised.
Good. Yeah, you're like, what's happening?
Tickets to the fair.
No, even better.
Okay.
You're winning $1,000 for all your hard work. You're our Volunteers Count winner.
Jo Haberstock spends her time volunteering with the Columbia Basin chapter for the American Society for Quality. Also known as ASQ, it's a global nonprofit organization that helps people and businesses improve their skills and knowledge when it comes to quality management.
We've met up with people from all over the world, Africa, Europe, Asia, of course the United States, Canada, Mexico. And the organization is to promote quality, communication, leadership, all the things that go with quality. And that covers pretty much everything, quality in what you do. Promote quality in our communities, in our workplaces, in our personal lives.
ASQ works with many different agencies in our area, industries like manufacturing, healthcare, education, just to name a few.
Well, I do a lot with our newsletter. We pride ourselves on our newsletter. It's a pretty high quality. I research, I go out and I look for other meetings or other organizations, not necessarily all ASQ stuff, but things that look like they would be of interest to our folks and our members and the other people who we share our newsletter with.
It's a great volunteer opportunity for anyone who wants to volunteer but can't commit time in person, as it is mostly virtual, although their goal is to have more in-person meetings in the future. As far as other goals for the future,
of course, I just want people to be quality-minded in all that they do, but I would really like to see more people look up our organization, join, take advantage of the opportunities, the resources that ASQ offers. I can't imagine not volunteering.
And if you would like to nominate someone for our Volunteers Count contest, you can do so by visiting our website. That's applevalleyNewsNow.com. All right, keep it here because coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, we've got your morning sprint, everything you need to know before you head out the door. And Josh is back with your full First Alert weather forecast. That's coming up in just a few minutes.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to beat their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
At Browner RV, we're gearing up for a huge event you will not want to miss out on.
The Forest River National Sales Event is on now. For a limited time, you can save big across our entire lineup of Forest River products. There's still time to get out, go camping, and make unforgettable memories. With Forest River, you'll find the perfect RV built for your journey and perfected for your stay. Don't wait. These amazing deals won't last long. Broadmoor RV, we make camping fun.
The best bulls in the world have come to town. For bulls and their riders, those 8 seconds go by in a heartbeat. 8 seconds to become a champion or nothing. It's bull time, Kennewick. PBR bucks into Toyota Center September 5th and 6th. Get your tickets now at pbr.com/tickets or Ticketmaster.
David, did you remember to get me an anniversary present?
Anniversary? Of course, it's Mattress Depot USA's anniversary, and we're having a gigantic sale.
Take advantage of our best prices of the year.
And interest-free financing.
David, you do know anniversaries only come once a year, right?
Yes, and if you miss ours, you'll be sorry.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Before, our service would be in and out. We wanted to switch to T-Mobile to make sure that we have better coverage.
T-Mobile is now the best network. And with the most satellites, we're connecting hundreds of thousands in places where cell towers can't reach with T-Satellite.
I signed up for T-Satellite and give me peace of mind as a mom that makes life better knowing that it's there when we need it.
Upgrade to the best network. Right now, T-Mobile will pay off 4 phones up to $3,200. Plus, hook you up with 4 new phones on us. Switch today.
Hear that? It's the sound of savings at your local Ford dealer. Get a sweet-sounding deal on F-150, Bronco, Bronco Sport, Explorer, Escape, and more. Hurry in today for the sound of savings because a new Ford truck or SUV is calling your name. Just listen to this great offer. Lease a Bronco Sport Big Bend Black Diamond 4x4 for $299 a month for $36, or a Ranger Super Crew for $269 a month for $36.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to beat their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
An old ranch, a trail, and a waterfall. Apple Valley News Now, tonight at 6.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is a First Alert weather day as we'll have the potential for lightning fires up in the mountains. More on that in a second, but first the heat for today. Up around 100 in the Tri-Cities, about 10 to 15 degrees hotter than normal for this time of the year. Vegetation dryness going to be significantly dry in the Cascades and critically dry in the northern Blues. Remember that for this Futurecast radar. We put this into motion. By lunchtime, still just a few light showers on the map. Around the hottest part of the day, 4, 5, 6 p.m. That's when we're anticipating some thunderstorms in the Cascades. Futurecast less high on that idea in the Blues, but just know those chances will be there. And then a little bit of a lull in the action for this evening, but later into the evening, we'll start to see more showers and perhaps even some more thunderstorms on the map. So that combination of chances for lightning and the vegetation, it's why we have a First Alert weather day for today in the Cascades and Blues. Now let's pivot to Wednesday. Here's the good news for Wednesday, a little bit cooler with 80s and 90s for lower elevations, more on par with what you would typically expect for this time of the year. But vegetation dryness still going to be significant in the Cascades and the upper Yakima Basin and critically dry for lower elevations. Remember that when I show you this. We'll put this into motion with Futurecast radar. Really all throughout the day, we're just going to have this constant onslaught of showers and thunderstorms. It's not going to be a washout. In fact, I think more of a stay dry than not. But still, due to that combination of lightning chances and the dry vegetation, it will be a first alert weather day in the Cascades and for lower elevations. Then for Thursday, the good news again, temperatures in that same range, 80s and 90s for lower elevations, and vegetation dryness not as severe this time, but still critically dry in the Cascades, with some thunderstorm chances still up in the Cascades. We'll once again have the potential for lightning fires. Another first alert weather day on Thursday. We dry it out for Friday. Another round of showers and thunderstorms as we head into Saturday and Sunday. We'll keep a close eye on that one. High temperatures overall going to be trending a little bit cooler, but still above average for this time of the year. 7-day forecast in the Tri-Cities, a small shower chance this morning, mostly dry through Friday, then maybe another shower on Saturday. In Yakima, the chance for lightning fires on Wednesday, maybe a leftover thunderstorm on Thursday, and maybe another shower on Saturday. In Ellensburg, also the chance for lightning fires tomorrow, less so on Thursday, then another round of showers and thunderstorms possible this weekend. In Hermiston, small shower chances today and tomorrow, dry Thursday and Friday, then maybe a small rain chance Saturday. And finally, for Walla Walla, the chance for lightning fires Wednesday, a leftover storm possible Thursday, then another chance of a shower this weekend. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, powerful house explosion.
We have 3 structures fully involved, and we have exposures.
Just after 9 a.m. Monday morning, this St. Louis house seen engulfed in flames, catching 2 nearby homes on fire. Plumes of smoke filling the sky as emergency crews arrived on the scene.
All of a sudden, I heard this boom, a real loud boom.
Des McCobb, who lives just 2 doors down, telling GMA it all happened in an instant.
The front window blew in. Everybody was screaming, call an ambulance, get an ambulance here. I thought a plane had dropped from the sky, that it was just exploded.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on this neighborhood explosion with your GMA First Look. I'm Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
Touch can mean so many things, even for children with moderate to severe eczema. Touch can make a little one feel like a giant, can bring sparkle to a teenager, or be the unspoken language between best buddies. Dupixent can help your child stay ahead of eczema with clearer skin and noticeably less itch as they welcome the feeling of touch. Dupixent helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your child's skin from within.
Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor.
Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists. Help your child feel the heal and see the difference. Reach out to your child's eczema specialist today.
Now, the Morning Sprint.
Time is 6:52. It's time for your morning sprint. We start off with your national headlines. First up, President Trump has signed an executive order, one aiming to protect the American flag. He signed the order yesterday, and he's calling on the U.S. Attorney General to prosecute suspects who desecrate Old Glory. Immigrants who have been accused of flag burning would be removed from the country. The order also directs the Justice Department to pursue litigation in order to clarify the scope of the First Amendment on the issue. In your business news, if you're feeling the fall vibes, today marks the unofficial start of fall. Sorry, Josh. The iconic pumpkin spice latte returns to Starbucks today. They announced the drink's arrival a month earlier than usual this year, and that's because Google searches for pumpkin spice started even earlier. Starbucks has other favorites also returning today. That includes the pumpkin cream cold brew, iced pumpkin cream chai, and the pecan crunch oat milk latte. Now to your top 5 local stories that you need to know this morning. A Kittitas County man is behind bars after allegedly attempting to set a detective on fire. Sunday night, deputies say the detective confronted the suspect during a routine patrol on SR 821. The suspect is said to have thrown lighter fluid and a burning object at the detective. He then fled, and this prompted a pursuit which ended just south of Ellensburg. The man now faces charges of attempted murder and fleeing from law enforcement. And a deadly crash Sunday at the intersection of US 395 and Crestlock Road claimed the life of 76-year-old Mark Wallum of Vancouver. This marks the third fatal crash at that intersection in less than 2 years, making it the deadliest stretch on this part of the highway. Troopers are urging drivers to slow down and use caution. Passenger counts are soaring at Tri-Cities Airport in Pasco. Through July, more than 200,000 people have boarded flights. That's an 8% increase from last year. If the trend continues, the airport could surpass the 500,000 mark for the first time in history. And a mother welcomed her baby in an unexpected setting inside an ambulance right here in Kennewick. Firefighters from Station 2 were called to assist the laboring mom, but they couldn't make it to the hospital in time. The baby was safely delivered, and both mom and child are reportedly doing well. Fire crews say it's a rare but very memorable experience. Finally, the Walla Walla Fair and Frontier Days is back this week. It starts tomorrow and will go through the 31st. Highlights include a foreigner concert with the Wahai Chamber Singers, also theme nights like Rodeo Legends and Patriots Night. There's also a demolition derby, the PRCA Rodeo, and of course a parade. Tickets are available online, by phone, or at the fairgrounds. Trending this morning, it's a National Dog Day right in the middle of the dog days of summer.
And in honor of National Dog Day, we are taking the time to appreciate the good dogs of Good Morning Northwest.
That's right. So ladies first, we're starting with my baby Macy.
Oh.
She's 14 years old, but doesn't look a day over, a puppy, over 1 year old. She's been in my life since I was 17 years old. She's like my adult dog, and I consider her like a fourth sister. So she's a total fashion icon. You can see her little pink pashmina scarf, and she's the happiest little baby you'll ever meet, and the cutest one.
Yeah. Cutie.
Who's up next, Josh?
Happy Dog Day to Macy, and up next, a little lady that is sweet as pie. This is my pup, Maisie. So you got a
Similar
Macy
names. Yep.
and a Maisie. She's a beautiful gal who has the puppy dog eyes locked and loaded at all times. She loves being rambunctious when winding down with a little cat nap and kitty cuddles. Shout out to my little cat, Mimi.
Oh, I've got a couple cats too. So now we're looking at Donnie. He's a German Shepherd mixed with chaos. He loves cuddles and causing trouble. And in true big dog fashion, he fully believes that he's a lap dog. But with a face like that, I mean, he can get away with it. He's allowed to.
Definitely. And a very happy dog day to Nacho, another Good Morning Northwest pup. Nacho is full of sass and anxiety. If he's not taking a nap, yeah, same as well. If he's not taking a nap in his bed with his favorite stuffed bear, you can find him sunbathing with his feline friends.
That sounds like me too. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, it's dog day, Oh, who doesn't love dogs?
Yeah.
If you don't love dogs, that's just a red flag to me. But
or a cat. Maybe you're not a dog
No, I
person
love
if you like
both.
cats, but they're
all the
both
animals.
Yeah.
Animals.
Yeah, but dogs and cats, both very sweet, very affectionate, and just warm the heart.
See, they just
in a
makes
very
me
complex
happy.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we are in the dog days of summer. It's hot out there still.
Yes, absolutely. And in fact, we have multiple first alert weather days over the next handful of days. We'll go ahead and talk about that right meow, even though it's dog days, so that didn't really work. But okay, light rainfall this morning for lower elevations. If any of that rain is making it down to the ground, it is very light indeed. 60s and 70s across the map, so very mild / warm out there to start off. But a little bit later today, in spite of clouds and rain chances and haze, still going to be up around 100 degrees in the Tri-Cities. Bottom line for the forecast, hot for today, a little bit cooler for Wednesday and beyond. That potential for lightning fires Tuesday through Thursday, perhaps some more unsettled weather for this weekend, but the fire potential. Lightning fires possible in the Cascades and Blues for today, possible in the Cascades and lower elevations for tomorrow, and then for Thursday, mostly confined up to the Cascades.
Be safe, be smart. Happy Dog Day. Get your pumpkin spice latte because that starts today.
Big day.
Yeah. And thank you guys for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find updates on our website. That's applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Good Morning America is up next, and we'll be back with your local news and weather tonight at 5. Have a great day.